What's happening, guys? Fantasy Stock Exchange coming back at you with another 2020 NFL 7-round mock draft series. For this time, we're up NFC South, Atlanta Falcons. That was a little bit of a janky intro, but Danny, how you doing today?
Doing well again, as Corey mentioned, 7 rounds deep on the Atlanta Falcons. Third installment of our NFC South mock draft series. Yeah, these are going to be coming at you in succession. So, you ready to get the show on the road, Corey?
Yep.
And so, we briefly touched up upon it before we started recording, but yeah, you're thinking if Akuda falls past the sixth spot, we're interested in a trade up opportunity.
Yeah, I think if we'll pause the draft after the Chargers pick. If he's on the board when the Panthers are picking, I would try and trade up for him. And in real life, if Simmons was gone and Okuda was on the board, I don't see the Panthers trading out of that pick. But they might. I like if I was the Falcons, and I know you can't do that in this machine because you can't do future picks. But I'd give up 2 ones to get up to. I'd get
I
up to
would,
7.
I
I
would
would I would
easily as
give up
well.
next year's first to get up to 7 to get Okuda.
Yeah, I agree there. I mean, we can try their 1 and 2 again. Like we don't have the first available, unfortunately, in this particular engine, but we could try the 1 and 2, see if they do it. Maybe throw in a 4, like if it helps.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, for all we know, Akuda could go at 3 to the Lions. So let's just
Yeah.
get this started. So Burrow, Young, Brown. Wait, one more pick. Oh,
Oh, Chargers picked them. Wow.
wow.
Didn't think
So
they were gonna do that.
I didn't think they would.
That's Yeah, that's probably their biggest target. If he's not there, I don't think they would trade up for anyone personally.
Agreed.
I don't think Henderson would be my biggest guy I want to fall to 16 now.
Now, like, do you think about trading up to like a 14 for a Henderson if the top tackle's on the board?
I don't think so. I think you kind of just stick and pick, or you just wait for Henderson or Chasen or whoever you're looking
That's
at.
fair. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
we can see what develops from now on. So yeah, Panthers went Simmons. You briefly touched up upon that
The
before we
Lions took
started.
Derek Brown at 3. That's what happened. That's
That's
crazy. I've never
crazy.
seen that.
Ooh.
Oh, Justin Herbert. Oh, okay.
Well, this
Jedrick
is
Wills is on the board. I
see if we didn't have such a
I
big
want
need
to I
at
want to
corner.
trade down.
That's what I'm
Jedrick
saying.
Wills is on the board.
I was just about to say, like, what like,
This
for
is what
me,
I'm
I
thinking
have
here. This is what I'm thinking.
Gladdy's my 3.
Dolphins pick at 18.
Yeah.
You think we can get back 2 spots?
Well, why would they want to trade up? Because the Cowboys aren't going to take a tackle. I'm saying, like, if we're
Yeah,
going to
that's a
trade
good
out,
point.
we'd probably target a team like maybe the Vikings. I don't even know. Like,
There's
who
not a
would
lot
be?
of tackle needy teams
So I mean, like
in this
maybe
area.
the Vikings. Like,
But okay, here's the thing. Here's my logic behind the Dolphins trading out.
yeah,
Do we want to try and fleece a team? I kind of want to try and fleece a team here. This is
yeah,
a
I'm
this
down.
is a premium player. I'm trying
Yeah,
to what I'm thinking is the Titans pick at 29. The Titans need a tackle to replace Jack
Jack
Conklin.
Conklin. Yeah, and then Jedrick
They're a
Wilson
win now
seamlessly.
team too. So
Let's
I
try
want to
it.
see if we can get like their 1, their 2, and their 4 or something like that from the
Let's go for
Titans.
it. So Titans. So we go up 16. You give us that. You give us that, and you get. They don't have a 4, so
Take 174 as well.
we'll do that. So give us your 1, 2, and your 5 for pick 16, and then we could call that a trade and just stay off. So they
Wow.
decline.
Okay.
So
I thought they would have taken that for sure.
maybe like
Um,
they keep the 5, but
let's see if we can move down with the Dolphins at 18. Because like theoretically, if this is the real draft situation, right? You could call up the Dolphins and be like, "Hey, I have offers from Green Bay or whoever."
to the Titans.
Yeah, the Titans, and they want to come up and get Jedrick Wills. What are you willing to offer me? Because you're like only 2 picks behind, right? So if you're the Falcons, you'd rather move back 2 picks than
Yeah,
like 10 picks. So let's try. Yeah,
try
70
1 and 3.
sounds pretty good. Maybe give him 143 back
Yeah,
because I
we'll
don't know
try
if they're
that.
gonna do that, but yeah. See, this machine's not gonna take into account who's on the board, right? It's a little bit too much to ask of it. So
Yeah, I mean,
okay,
there's some
just
teams that
cancel
don't
that.
realize how good. We can check down the board here. I mean,
In real life, I think you have teams calling you like crazy
yeah.
right now.
What about Seattle?
I don't think they'd pick. Yeah, you could try it. You could give it a shot because they lost to Fetty in free agency. So
Yeah, yeah, we could try this right now. So
all right,
goes that, and we'll take
first, second.
64.
Oh, they have 2 seconds. Okay, and
Yeah,
then 144. Yeah, there you go.
See if they do that. If not, then we'll try the 1 and 2, and if they don't take it, we'll just take our CJ Henderson and move on. Surprised no teams really like. Yeah.
No. Wow, that's surprising.
You want to try giving 143 back then, maybe? Yeah.
I think that's too much to give up for the Falcons, to be honest. I think you just
I
stick and pick
agree.
Henderson here.
All right, yeah, let's do it.
I'm curious to where he goes. If the Dolphins get him at 18,
that's insane.
who do they pick at 5?
Let me check. They got
Tua.
Tua.
If you get Tua and Jedrick Wills as your first 2 picks, like, god damn, that's a great draft. All right, C.J. Henderson is the pick. They cut Desmond Trufant. They got Jedrick Wills. That is nuts. That is absolutely nuts.
You know, Tyler and Nick are having a good time.
Yeah, for sure.
And Cesar Ruiz.
Wow, they just like fixed their offense.
Let's see what they do at 39.
Tackle, but like,
bro, what if they get JT at 39?
That's crazy.
Oh, they got Winfield.
Good too. Wow, okay, great draft for the Dolphins. This is not a Dolphins show here, but we just can't help but look at the Dolphins making plays.
Wow. Now, Patrick Queen's on the board here. I don't know if I could pass him.
Patrick Queen's on the board.
I don't think I can pass him.
I don't know if I could pass on Jonathan Taylor.
I know. I can't. How is this a thing?
Shit. Okay.
Now, do you hit up the Dolphins to continue their perfect draft, or do you just take Queen or Taylor?
I think I take Taylor here, personally. I like Queen too, but like I think they need Taylor more because both of us are not Todd Gurley believers. He's on a 1-year deal anyway.
1-year deal worth $5 million. That shows absolutely no commitment to him.
You're gonna need to address running back at some point in this draft, regardless. Why not get one that's gonna be a long-term answer for you when Todd Gurley inevitably goes down with a knee injury in week 5?
Or they just realize that he's not the same running back.
Yeah, or they just realize that Jonathan Taylor's way better than he is.
Yeah. Let's do this. I think it's Jonathan Taylor. I mean, we could make the argument. Where would you argue here between him and Queen, though?
I think, in my opinion, in my personal board, Jonathan Taylor's rated higher than Patrick Queen. Queen is around a top 30 player for me. Jonathan Taylor is my 22nd ranked player.
Okay.
So I have a first-round grade on Jonathan Taylor. I know he's a running back, but like he's the best running back in this class. And this is pick 47 we're talking about.
Let's do it.
I think the value's too good to pass up here.
How is Patrick Queen still on the board? Patrick Queen to the Eagles at 53 would make me cry as a Cowboys fan, just for the record.
Yeah. And Willie Gay Jr. to the Ravens at 55 is also very nice.
That's interesting. We saw Robert Hunt go in the first round.
Tight end to the freaking Packers for them not to use.
We saw Robert Hunt go in the first round of the last draft we did, and he falls all the way to second in this one.
I want to look at the Dolphins picks after this.
Yeah, it's actually insane. Will it show? Like, how do we? I don't even know how to search it by. So they got Tua. They got Jedrick Wills.
They got
Cesar Ruiz.
This is nuts.
Antoine Winfield Jr.
I think they got another pick here, do they?
Yeah, 56. Curtis Weaver. Good edge rusher.
I'm not the biggest Curtis Weaver fan. I mean, that's not bad value.
Say you replace him with Julian Okwara. I mean,
I would prefer Julian Okwara.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Claypool.
Lucas Niang at 66 for the Redskins is a great pick.
That's insane.
Also. That's a great pick.
What is going on with this draft right now?
Yeah.
And then you got your boy Davon Hamilton.
Yeah, he's
Adabuike is screaming at me right now.
Adabuike is
screaming at me right now.
Screaming at me too.
I mean, let's not make this video too long.
Yeah.
That's a mid-second round talent falling to you at 78. Like, give me
Ashton Davis and Jordan Elliott for the Raiders in the third round's nuts too. That's a great haul right there.
Literally. Broncos going Jalen Hurts. They don't believe in
Antonio Gibson to the Texans. Sneak preview. If you've seen our matchmaking landing spots for the rookies, I matched Antonio Gibson to the Texans for him not to be used by Bill O'Brien.
I did too. Terrell Burgess to the Seahawks is fun too.
Yeah, Ben Barch at the end of the
that's good value.
round of the Vikings.
Bryan Edwards to the Redskins. Fourth round.
Chargers.
Wait, freaking Bryan Edwards and Van Jefferson fell to the fourth round, eh?
Yep.
That's crazy to think about. I mean, we could check edge.
Kenny Wilkes. One thing I don't like about this is that Zach Moss to me would be the pick had we not taken Taylor right now, because I think Zach Moss is like this is about the range you want to be looking at a running back if you're the Falcons.
Like if we had gotten Queen, it would be a no-brainer.
Yeah, I'm liking. I
like
Willikis as well. Yeah. Go to all the edges. I see the main guys right there, but is there anyone that I'm forgetting?
Maybe Nick Coe.
Yeah, no, the top three guys there are far and away the best
easily
on the board for me.
Oh, I like Alton Robinson a lot too, though.
I think Willikis fits more what the Falcons like to do with their edge rushers. Pair
They
him
always
with,
have those guys that
I mean, I guess Taka McKinley's still a thing. Like, I don't know if he's any good or
he can
not.
be their new. Wait, Willikis can be their new Brooks Reed.
Yeah, exactly. You signed Dante Fowler in free agency, but I mean, even if it's just Dante Fowler and Tack McKinley, like Tack McKinley hasn't really proven that he can be a full 3-down player yet. So even if you want to get a rotational guy like Willikis in, bring him in on pass downs even. So
I mean,
yeah, I think
heck,
Willikis is the
the
pick.
Patriots did something like that last year when they got my boy Chase Winovich. I mean, look how that worked
Yeah,
out for them.
exactly. Yeah.
So it never hurts drafting these mid-round type of pass rushers that have upside. So
Third round
getting
is always a
yeah,
good spot to draft situational pass rushers. Like I know Tampa drafted Anthony Nelson last year, and he actually he didn't play much because he was hurt a lot, but he flashed as well. So I think third round is always it seems like a hotbed for edge rushers to be drafted
like
because it's
just
always
situational guys, right?
the fast high upside edge rushers that no one wants to spend early capital on, but are just right away from day one. They know how to get after the quarterback. That's all they need to do to start, and they'll work on their technique and their counters and their run defense later.
Yeah, your boy Ja'Kai Polite, eh? No I'm kidding.
Yeah, Ja'Kai Polite. I love Ja'Kai Polite last year. Aside from the once he tanked his combine, I was down on him. But going into the combine, I like Ja'Kai Polite.
I was just messing around with you.
Yeah. Brandon Jones. That's all. I like that pick.
There's some good values, man. Like Lucky Fotu, I like a lot.
Another tight end for the Ravens. Oh my god.
Yeah. They love them. Terrence Steele. Ugh. Terrence Steele. I hate Terrence Steele.
I mean, at least it's not Josiah DeGuara. We get him every fucking
yeah, well, you guys pass on him for once.
All right, go to linebacker now.
Davion Taylor got sniped. I mean, I'm looking at
I like
this.
Shaq Quarterman staring at me right now. He's by far the best on the board in my opinion.
I like Woodward as well too, but
I like Woodward too, but Shaq Quarterman I have in a tier with Davion Taylor, and I think actually I have now it's slipping my mind, but there's a couple other mid-round linebackers in a tier after Akeem Davis Gaither and Willie Gay and Malik Harrison. I have a tier with Shaq Quarterman and Davion Taylor and another linebacker.
Where would you put Jordan Brooks in those tiers? On those two tiers?
Jordan Brooks is also in that tier for me. I still have to go back and rewatch him a little bit though. I watched him earlier in the season. So Shaq Quarterman to me is the pick. I think he's kind of what they need at linebacker. I think he's smart. He's a really smart player. So I think going on with Deion Jones is a smart player as well, but I think he's a little bit of a loose cannon sometimes. I think you kind of need to pair
you need more of a disciplined guy.
You need more of a disciplined guy because I think Deion Jones can get burned a little bit because of that. And I saw that Quan Alexander's the same way. Like some linebackers are just like that.
Yeah, they're antsy. They just want to get in on the play.
Yeah. And sometimes it works to their benefit because they'll make like a pick six, like unreal play, and sometimes they can get burned because of it. But yeah, I like the Shaq Quarterman pick.
There's Jameis Winston linebackers and then there's Tom Brady linebackers.
Yeah.
You like that comp?
I don't know if I'd compare Deion Jones to Jameis Winston. I'm pretty sure he's the one who got the pick six that ended Jameis Winston's season this year.
30-30 vision.
Yeah.
Wow, we don't pick
Tanner
again.
Muse, that is a nice little steal for Tanner Muse.
Yeah, damn. Colts too. Do we not have another pick?
Do we? I think we have a
seventh rounder
pick. Yeah, seventh rounder. Pretty late seventh rounder at that. Can you go to my picks for a second? I just want to see what other positions we can potentially address here. I think we got their main needs out of the way.
I mean, we could look at if there's any interior lineman there.
I don't hate going after a receiver just for the strength of the draft too, because there's probably going to be some
Juwan Jennings
on the board.
Oh, he's gone.
He just got picked.
I mean, James Prochet maybe.
Elijah Lipscomb's not bad. Oh, and he just got picked right.
What about James Prochet?
Oh, James Prochet all day. Yeah, I like that pick. I don't think receiver's like a big need for them, but I do think they need a third receiver.
My boy Russell Gage.
I know that. Yeah, they have Russell Gage and they signed Laquan Treadwell, but come on, let's Laquan Treadwell. Yeah. So James Prochet, I've been raving about him for a while. You need to watch the other mock drafts to know why I like James Prochet. I think he's the quintessential mid-round guy that just outperforms his draft stock. He's a lot like Van Jefferson to me in the way that I just think he knows how to play the position.
Yeah, professional.
Yeah.
I mean, we're looking off the board here. I mean, at this point in the draft, we have no picks left. I mean, we can see here how the teams coming up, teams shaping up. I mean, I like this draft a lot. I mean, it's going to be hard to not give this an A simply because of these top three players. I just think we've gotten value at every pick, but what are you thinking?
I like this draft. I don't think I'm gonna give it a straight A. I think I'm gonna give it
A
a
minus.
probably a B plus A minus type fringe type grade. I don't like it as much as I did for the last
Tampa.
two NFC South teams for Tampa and Carolina. I like their drafts a little bit more. Henderson's good value. I kind of wish we could have like fleeced the team for picks, to be honest, because
I wish.
I think Will's like in the real draft. First of all, he's not getting to 16. Second of all, if he did, there'd be a boatload of teams lining up to pick him.
Like
So the
we were trying
first
to
two
get a
picks I
first and
definitely really like for this draft,
I
though.
was gonna say we were trying to get a first and second for him. That would be the minimum that we would have gotten if it was a real
Yeah,
draft
for
scenario.
sure.
But yeah, reviewing for the people that are listening on the podcast, 16th overall in the first round, we got CJ Henderson, cornerback from Florida. 47th, we got Jonathan Taylor, running back from Wisconsin. Third round, 78th overall, great value. Justin Madubuike, interior defensive lineman from Texas A&M. 119, fourth rounder, Kenny Willekes, edge rusher from Michigan State. 143, all the way down there, we got Shaquille Quarterman, linebacker from Miami. And then to top off our draft at 228, we ended up snagging James Proche, wide receiver from SMU. So, again, you just prefaced it. I'd probably give it more of an A minus to an A simply because I think, obviously, like the whole draft, I like a lot. But the 3 picks alone, I think CJ Henderson is close to a top, at the very least, top 13 player for me. Jonathan Taylor's like him and Swift are like a tier above anybody else at running back for me personally. Like I know you're not as high on Swift compared to me,
Mm.
just because you think like Taylor's kind of like head and shoulders.
Yeah,
But
I think
yeah, I mean
Taylor's head and shoulders for sure.
either way, those two guys are both top 30 players for me. So getting them at 47 is a steal. Justin Madubuike is one of my favorite interior defensive linemen this entire class. I have a mid-second rounder on him. I would love if Dallas even got him at 51. So getting him at 78 here, if you're the
Yeah.
Falcons, is just insane. But yeah, no, I definitely give it an A minus or an A. Definitely not as good as the Buccaneers or the Panthers, just because we absolutely hit those out of the park. I mean, you'll see them on the channel. They'll be linked in the description. And you get the whole deal. But yeah, no, that wraps up 7 round mock draft 2020 for the Atlanta Falcons. Any closing thoughts for you, Corey?
No, let's just plug some things here. So check out the site, thefantasystockexchange.com. We'll have some rookie profiles coming out. Another thing I want to mention is the rookie profiles that we'll have on the site will be kind of a precursor to the draft guide, which the rookie draft guide will be dropping April 26th, the day after the day 3 of the NFL draft. That'll be free as well. I know I said it's a precursor, but it's kind of just like a little hint or a little taste. You don't have to actually pay for that rookie draft guide. That's
Just
more
giving
of
you
a
guys
free
value.
thing. Yeah, we're just giving you guys some value, just offering that for free. I know some people are struggling for money with the whole COVID-19 thing, so we don't want to be milking them for a draft guide that of a NFL season that truthfully we don't even know is going to happen or not. So, um, one last thing is the week of the draft will be the Monday of the draft. We'll have the first round of a 3-round series we're going to be doing of the NFL draft. We're going to get that all Hollywooded up for you.
Yeah.
The 4 of us, along with
Suit tie.
Notorious Fantasy, will be we'll be running through the draft. We'll all be controlling certain teams and whatnot. That'll be a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys tune in for that. Like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell on. Tell us if you're a Falcons fan what we did wrong, what we did well, what we can improve on. Danny, you got anything else to add?
I mean, yeah, I just think we covered it all again. This is the third installment of our NFC South series. We would have already posted the NFC East by now. So yeah, again, me and Bush are going to be taking on the whole NFC for you, getting you ready before the NFL draft. Obviously, Tyler and Lucas have already handled the AFC by this time. So yeah, just stay plugged in. We're definitely ready to keep bringing you guys content throughout the off season and in season. So uh, should be fun. Stick with us. Go like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what we did wrong. Tell us what we did right. Just voice whatever you want. We are open and willing to engage with you guys. Like that's what it's all about. I mean, we're trying to build
Join
a
the
community
Discord
here.
in the description as well. We'll plug that
Yeah,
also. All right, so this outro is going a little bit long, so
yeah
we'll just say
sorry.
peace out. See you guys next time.
Yeah, take it easy.